Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something fascinating, the integration of artificial intelligence.ai into radio, specifically how it's shaking up the world of radio ad sales.
Yeah, and our source material for this is actually pretty interesting. It comes from a discussion reported in RadioSalesWeekly. We've got industry experts debating, well, how fast and how deep AI tools should be adopted. Lots of questions there.
Right, and our mission, like always, is to kind of boil this down for you, synthesize this professional debate. But here's the kicker, the really meta part.
Ah, yes, the source material itself. It's comparing a real human chat with what they call an artificial sequel.
Exactly. Generated using Google's Notebook LM. So we're looking at a debate about AI potentially replacing human strategy.
Using an AI-generated script as part of the evidence, it really forces that question, doesn't it? Does AI just give us speed, or can it actually, create new strategic thinking?
It's a great setup, and we're looking at this through basically three key perspectives from the European media scene where this discussion started.
You've got Helmut Poppe, he's the editor asking the tough questions. Then Alexander Zeitelhack, who's kind of the voice of caution, pumping the brakes a bit.
And Andreas Sprengart, he's the one really pushing for AI, saying it's not just nice to have, it's essential, an operational necessity.
So that's the core tension right there.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack this. You've got a Sprengart saying we need AI for speed and efficiency versus Zeitelhack worrying about losing that human touch, the strategy, the relationships. So let's start there. Why this urgency for AI in radio sales, according to Sprengart?
Well, his argument is really straightforward. It's all business. He sees AI as the answer to the sheer complexity of modern advertising sales. It's not just booking a simple radio spot anymore.
Right.
He's insisting AI is needed now, especially for the day-to-day operations of selling ad space.
And we need to be clear, this isn't just AI helping write emails or something basic. Sprengart's actually building solutions, right?
Yeah.
Through an integrated agency setup.
Exactly. He's using AI agents to automate tasks that, well, not long ago were handled by pretty senior people, account managers, media planners.
So what kind of tasks are we talking about?
We're talking complex routines, whole processes even. Think about juggling radio spots plus streaming ads, social media campaigns, dynamic pricing that changes based on who's listening when, making sure the message is consistent everywhere. It's a lot.
So instead of a person figuring out how to split the budget between, say, the radio station and Instagram ads, the AI just handles it programmatically.
That's the core idea, yeah. The AI isn't just scheduling things. It's actually building these multi-platform advertising strategies, adjusting budgets on the fly, targeting specific demographics.
Wow.
And this integration, it lets clients do much more ambitious communication actions, as the source calls them. Hyper-targeted social media campaigns, maybe, or combining social with traditional radio, all managed by these automated agents.
So it's pure speed and scale giving a business edge. If the AI can build a campaign, price it dynamically, and run it faster than a human team, well, that's a huge draw.
And the source backs this up. It mentions Sprengart's approach has generated very keen interest from clients. The market seems to like the acceleration.
Yeah, keen interest. That's telling.
And what's really interesting is how this quantitative efficiency, the speed and data, kind of drives the whole strategy. You're essentially trading that maybe slower, relationship-focused sales process
For something immediate, data-driven, programmatic.
Precisely. And that success story really sets up the whole conflict in the discussion. If speed works so well, why would anyone hold back? Which brings us perfectly to the tools they mentioned, the specific AI applications already being used, things like Allego and Radiozeit. These aren't just basic software, right? They're more like AI intelligence tools.
Yeah, take Allego. It's used for sales coaching.
Yeah.
Which sounds human-focused, but the engine behind it is AI. It uses natural language processing, NLP.
To analyze recordings of sales calls, it doesn't just transcribe, it actually grades the conversation.
Sentiment analysis, basically.
Right.
So the AI can pinpoint where a salesperson maybe didn't connect well, or missed a cue, or used too much jargon.
Exactly. And it gives specific feedback on how to improve, not just a report card. That's a powerful way to optimize performance.
Definitely. And Radiozeit.
That one's for keeping tabs on the competition. It uses AI and machine learning to automatically find and categorize all the radio ads competitors are running, like right now.
So it gives sales teams instant intel on what everyone else is doing.
Yep. Actionable market intelligence, fast.
Okay, so these tools clearly boost the quantitative side, more data, quicker insights, measurable performance. But this is where that big divide comes in, the one they talked about. Quantitative versus qualitative.
Right.
AI is brilliant at the quantitative stuff, processing data, monitoring things, tracking metrics. But sales, especially big ad deals, they still rely heavily on the qualitative side. Human strategy, managing complex relationships, that kind of creative thinking.
And that's precisely Alexander Zeitelhack's point, his reservation. He's warning that while Sprengart's operational wins are obvious, automating too fast could really damage those crucial human elements.
He worries we're confusing speeding up the process with actually being smarter strategically.
Yeah, he sees a real danger there.
But hang on. Let's push back on that for a second. If Sprengart's clients are showing very keen interest, like the source said, and his AI agency model is working, doesn't that suggest maybe that strategic relationship part Zeitelhack is worried about isn't as important as speed and data anymore? Is there actual evidence supporting Zeitelhack's caution?
Well, the caution isn't necessarily about this immediate sale failing. It's about the long game, the strategic thinking.
Okay.
Zeitelhack's concern, as I read it, is that if you automate the entire routine from first contact all the way to optimizing the price, humans just stop practicing those core strategic skills.
The use it or lose it idea.
Yeah, kind of. If the AI handles all the complex juggling, the humans aren't flexing those strategic muscles anymore. They might lose the ability to see the bigger picture, the stuff outside the data the AI is crunching.
So you gain efficiency now, but maybe sacrifice the ability to innovate or think really differently down the road. Classic trade-off.
Optimization today versus maybe true innovation tomorrow. And if you connect that thought, the bigger question is how much of that human element can you actually strip away before the whole thing loses its, qualitative edge, its strategic depth?
It's a tough question playing out right now.
Yeah, it's a philosophical debate happening on the sales floor every day.
And that worry about losing depth, losing that human strategic insight, that brings us right back to the meta-level stuff in our source material. Because Zeitelhack's concern isn't just about selling ads.
No, it applies just as much to creating content, like the very discussion we're pulling apart right now, which leads us to the tool that actually created part of our source, Google's Notebook LM.
Right.
Yeah,
It's Google's tool built on large language models, and it's designed specifically to synthesize information from provided sources.
So you feed it audio, articles, reports, whatever.
And it can generate summaries, structured narratives, even creative stuff, but crucially, only based on the information you give it.
And the source mentions that this ability to quickly summarize and structure audio like podcasts is being looked at as a whole new way to commercialize podcasts.
Yeah, imagine getting instant show notes, transcripts, chapter markers, highlights for social media, all generated by AI.
It would slash post-production time.
Absolutely. It's that same acceleration we saw in ad sales, but applied to content creation. And that's why the original human panel, Poppe, Zeitelhack, Sprengart, asked those really pointed questions about the AI-generated discussion.
They weren't just asking, does it sound human? No, they were digging deeper, asking about its actual intellectual contribution.
Like, do the avatars make new discoveries? Meaning, can the AI genuinely create novel insights from the source material? Or is it just, remixing existing facts?
And they asked, is the listening experience user-friendly? Which gets at things like, does it connect emotionally? Is the pacing right?
Yeah, we went the big one.
Do the statements reflect reality? That's the ultimate test, isn't it? Strategy isn't just about what is, it's about figuring out what will be. Can AI actually model the future, or is it fundamentally stuck just summarizing the past?
So where does that leave us? We've got these experts using AI tools to analyze how AI is changing their industry.
And basically asking us, the listeners, to judge the output, to decide what reflects reality in the media world. It's kind of dizzying when you think about it.
Okay, let's try to synthesize. We've seen the push, led by people like Sprengart, to use AI aggressively, automating complex sales processes across platforms.
And that acceleration is clearly working on some level. It's commercially validated, bringing in clients, generating revenue. But we also heard Zeitelhack's really important caution. Optimizing only for speed might kill off long-term human strategic thinking, that crucial qualitative element. And the tools they mentioned, Allego and Radiozeit, they show AI is already here, helping improve performance, providing intelligence, mostly through that quantitative lens like NLP and real-time monitoring.
So the real debate isn't if AI is useful. It clearly is. The question is about the line between acceleration and actual replacement.
Yeah, where does one end and the other begin? And given that the discussion we just broke down was partly an artificial sequel, well, the challenge for you listening is this. Can AI truly take over strategic thinking? Or is its real value always going to be limited to speeding up operations? Think about that loss of strategic reflection we discussed. What kind of insight, what connection between, say, programmatic ads and new content formats? What could only emerge from a human conversation, one that steps outside the AI's data boundaries?
That's the question to ponder as the media landscape keeps shifting. We'll leave it there for this deep dive. Until next time.